He quit his job of 11 years to venture into self-employment, a transition that was not as easy, but today, Bernard Nderitu is a happy man.
My name is Bernard Nderitu, born 1973 in a place called Morocco sublocation in Nderitu division, that is in Laikipia. I went to primary school in Lyon Primary School. Thereafter I went to Nderitu High School. Then from there is when I joined Kabete Technical Training Institute, and I did Science Laboratory Technology, Crafts. Although I got a good distinction, and up to date, it was a NEC exam, and up to date, no I've ever broken that record. Then thereafter is when I was employed in Nairobi Technical Training Institute as a laboratory technician, where I used to conduct the practicals for the student. Mostly it was dealing with the equipment and the laboratories practicals. Within when I was in the same field of training, I also used to learn how do the laboratory being designed and how they are being installed. Then there are some after I could get some people or some institution coming and designed for them, and I also assisted them to do the installation. That's the time I realized my talent. I can be able to design and install laboratories. Simply there is when I was approached by one of the institutions, and successfully I managed to design and install the laboratory. From there is when now I decided, now I found this is my life to work. Then is when now I started now looking for those kind of the job. When I got from my institution, I decided now to quit from the employment and to go self-employed, of which now I have a company called Adaptive Science Technology. It deals with the designing and installation of laboratories. I worked in the big institution because my levels now I normally work at the university's level. And also thereafter, and I've still been doing those kind of the work, I decided to start that college I'm telling you about, Lyon Institute of Technology.
Raised in Laikipia County, Morocco sublocation, life here had its own fair share of challenges.
Morocco, what I can tell you, it is in Laikipia, in Nderitu, and you have had a problem with the Nderitu division, where there is something with the security. Food there to get is a problem. Another thing is water. We could go very far to fetch the water. And I remember, ujue ukitokea shule, jioni lazima kwanza ukasaidia mamako kwenda kutafuta kuni. Tulisoma na ile anaitwa kagwatira. Kale ka nini, you see, na unaona hata nimelelewa kwa, tumelelewa kwa the mud house. And I remember very well at a TV, mahali tulipata one day we could also go to that place. But initially, even when I was there, I remember when my father bought a radio. I'm the one who could try to look who are the people talking there. So I could open up that radio to see what is going there. By the moment umefungua vitu zingine zimetokana, utakuja umepigwa. But I used to learn something. I've already learned something. I think that's where I started developing my skills. Okay, when I finished primary and I went to secondary school, I was good in physics, mathematics, and chemistry. And I could remember in the high school, what we used to do is that I want to tell you how somebody can develop the kind of the skill is that when I used to be there, I remember when you go to the lab, me with another guy, we could connect it to transistors and some other capacitors, and then unasikia radio ikiongea mpaka inashika police station ziko huko, tunasikia who are those, can you close those things down? Really? Yes, connecting those capacitors and all that in the physics lab. So by that time is when I found that I can be good in electrical engineering.
The more reason why he kept pressing hard to achieve his goals.
So even when nilikuwa nasoma, nilikuwa nakumbuka where I came from. I wanted to give you now at a level of college. I knew where I came from. So I decided now nikusoma. And that's why when I did my certificate, I got a distinction in the science lab. It is well in my area because it is science, it is physics, chemistry, and biology.
While many were hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic, it was a blessing in disguise for Bernard as he began to make the hand-washing machines.
When the COVID started, many people lashed because you are told not to greet somebody. So the mechanical system is the one that is opening the tap itself. So it means in that tap, you must have a tank on the top. That's where I applied the physics. Is that if I can have a pedal, this pedal will use the same like the springs. These springs go and open up the water valve. So it was a simple technology like that. Then we came to the soap. Soap, you see, you don't also want to place the soap. So I use a lever system that if I place my pedal there, it pulls a string through a pulley lever, then that whatever pulled the trigger, then it is splashed the soap.
Bernard outlines their beneficial aspect.
One, you can adopt it in the kitchen. Do you know why? Sometimes you can leave, some people leave the taps open, isn't it? When there is no water. Alafu maji inakuja usiku, inamwagika. Ujue hii ni ile tu unakanyanga, inafungulia maji. When you remove the step on it, it closes down. And another place which are very sensitive, in the hospitals, in the ward. Even if there is no COVID and all that, in the ward there is a lot of contamination.
As a former lecturer who understands the value of education, Bernard has put up a technical institution in Gilgil to help empower the community.
I decided to start that college I'm telling you about, Lyon Institute of Technology, which is now based in Gilgil. One of my aim and what I've been thinking is to start a technical training, because when I used to work in Nairobi Technical for those 11 years, and after working with other institutions and guiding them, I realized there is so many gaps that are there. Students are just trained, they just get the papers, and when they go, unless you take them for internship, it's not really, they are not to be able to help themselves. I train them so that they can go into the field. They can now go and now start their own businesses. We are trying to assist the students, we sponsor them, including myself. We sponsor them. At least they learn, they change themselves, they do for their work.
He admits to having encountered a number of challenges.
Challenges, they're there. Like now, let's say to get the money, you have to squeeze yourself. I started that building 2015. Yeah, you can count how many years are those? In fact, it's like now it was established 2022 in June because it was inspected this month. But also to ensure that it have all the equipment before a student enter. Another now the big challenge is that I don't know now where you'll get the student to start with, so that they learn what I want to offer. So also the marketing, for the beginning, it was also a big challenge.
With a few people on his list to thank, Bernard plans to offer quality education in the future.
The institution is mine solely, but to run for the institution, you don't run alone. You must have a board of directors. And for school to be accredited, it must meet all those. And that's why I wanted to be accredited before I start, so that they ensure everything and mechanism are in place. I want the quality itself to market it. So expansion of it, let it solely depend with the quality of the education that will be offered there. It will come a time when we tell you, kama hujakuja kusoma umekuja kucheza, tafadhali don't apply here, because we not have a room for you. We want now to be having that. The people who are working, like now today, I know some of the teachers who trained me, they are proud of themselves. Because some, they're still in the training. And in fact, one of the director, who used to be my teacher, he was proud of me because I've reached that far. I would want also the same to be having those students who wanawasikia wako mbali ama wanafanya their own biashara. That is when now I feel comfortable. And also to be now competing at a head. Not through the marketing, through the radio, but through the quality of what you're producing.
Knowing your self-talent and working on it is something that we should all do.
What I can say, the first thing, and what normally became most difficult, normally the young people lack, is to know the self-talent. There's no other better education than to know your self-talent, who you are, and what you can do. And you see also we also face them when you maybe you're finishing Form 4, when you're selecting the college. You see even the parent will also play a very big role to make these people get lost. You're trying to advise somebody to do a certain course. And it's not his line or her line. So I normally say, if, for example, you finish a Form 4, and you will be incorporated in the college, for one, to have your self-assessment, to know who you are and what you like. Follow that direction.
My name is Nderitu. I joined this company 2020. Yeah, that's where we sat down with the director of the company, and we came up with this idea of the hand wash. He's my father. Yeah, we sat down with him. Tukakuja na kaniuliza saa tunaweza fanya nini. Actually, I participate everywhere, but in the ikifika, you see this type of the equipment is made of metal. So there's someone who come do metal. Then sisi ni tunakuja to fit. We deal with water center and soap center and the serviette. In experience imechangia pakubwa sana juu through this nimelearn a lot through my father, interact with people, different people, na kuja wanatuliza one two, so nimelearn a lot from it. Kitu inaweza nifanya nisiendelee na hii ni motivation, na when I speak about motivation is market. At least tukipata market itani-encourage sana kutulia hapo, but nikikosa hiyo motivation actually nitatafuta njia nyingine kwa survive.
Kama unapenda kuuza biscuit, endelea kuuza, because that it is already in you. That's only you can be able to. Even if you are going for other training, whichever you go to seek a college or any other course, or you go and seek maybe even or the job to do, first know yourself. That way you can be very easily for yourself to maneuver. Because not really that you need to have money or to a big capital to start. Me, I knew whatever I started with. That's only that small knowledge. If I tell you like I remember when after now I started this contract of making the laboratory. I started with only 3,000, only to get a fare to go to Thika, and I started repairing those small equipment. Then I'm being paid 6,000 at the end of the day. You continue like that. So most of the thing is to identify your self-talent.